Hi everyone. So as I'm continuing the sometimes you win, sometimes you learn. And with my John Maxwell, again, it's another license that I've gotten after I've actually done the leadership development. Because I've served on boards, I've helped in the parish, I've done a lot of things where I have been in leadership roles. And the goal now is to be able to teach others and help others and hopefully set up my part-time business that I can take into a full-time opportunity down the road. So I'm making these videos and I'm posting them for my friends, and then from there I take them and I put them onto YouTube, and hopefully over time with small increments and small wins I can get to where I want to be. Like anything in life, it takes time. Rome wasn't built in a day. And John Maxwell says in this book that we focus on improving ourselves. We don't focus on improving others. And I think that's true with anything in life. Because when we change ourselves, when we change how we approach things, we start slowly learning and slowly changing. One of the things that is very hard for me is over here in North America, people are very emotional. So they are not cerebral. It's all about the heart, especially the Americans. It's all about feelings and how you express your feelings. And for us who are coming here from Africa, we don't focus on that. If somebody cares about you, it's expressed more in action than in word. It might be a call, it might be a smile, it might be if a package doesn't arrive, giving you appeasements. The Americans don't care about that. They're all about, it's very emotive, and it's becoming like that all over the world. Oh, you didn't show any compassion. Oh, you didn't express it. Or why didn't you say sorry? And it's like, you know, for some of us, that's very, very difficult. But we learn because we have to. Because if you don't do what they want to do, then you are not going to get the breaks. You are not going to get the opportunities. You are not going to get what you need to survive in this world. Our government gave themselves increases. So all the MPs are going to be earning 200 to 300,000 a year. Our Prime Minister is going to be earning 400,000. Hey, if I was earning that much, I would also be happy. But for the ordinary person, our taxes are going up, our wages are not going up, many people are out of work, and so, you know, people are not happy with the socialist system that's coming in, because they're really making it a poverty state, like how it was in Rhodesia, where our families clubbed money together, and then the school bought the ingredients, and they made that thin brown soup, and they gave it to us at lunchtime. Sometimes we had a piece of bread, but most of the time it was just that plate of soup and a packet of milk. And then when the flavored milks came in, they gave us the flavored milk. But I mean, for people like me who have worked hard, who have the credentials, who have the education, who have the experience, it's a horrible way to live. I know they're doing it for the children, but you know, we take the benefits that they give us because we can't make ends meet. And even for me, like I sponsored my mom, she didn't work here, so she can't claim for old age security or anything like that. And I can't claim it for her because I don't have that option. It's not given to me. So that's why I'm just focusing on this now. I'm focusing every day. I try to spend at least an hour reading about the leadership development and using it to change myself and also to keep myself motivated and positive in a very, very difficult environment. And financially, where I don't have any money and I'm maxed out on everything just to be able to live, it's very hard. So I use these books to help me. And John Maxwell says, there is a phrase, it says, I'm not where I'm supposed to be, I'm not where I want to be, I'm not where I used to be, I haven't learned how to arrive, but I've learned how to keep on going. And for most of us, that's what we're doing. We're just trying to keep going. We're trying to look for opportunities where we can use our credentials, where we can use our experience. For me, it's the certification I have in HR. And as an executive assistant, I'm trying to find a way that I can leverage that and that I can use it to get into a good paying job. Because that has always been my focus. That has always been my priority, is to try to get a job that will pay me well so I don't have to sponge off others. I don't have to beg others for a little bit of money so I can get some groceries at the end of the month, or go to the food banks and be turned away and told, no, you don't qualify for it because you're working. Leave messages and the food banks don't call me back. And yet I help. Every year when Father does the drive for the food drives, I help. I'll take tins of food, I'll take the card for the angel tree. But when I need the help, it's always no. It's only the help that I get from the family that helps me. From my cousins, from my mom. They'll send me a little bit of money every now and again to say, here, you can go and buy some food. So, I mean, really and truly, I don't know what other people are doing, but I do watch the news and I do see that it's not just me that's going through it. And it's not just me that is unhappy with the way Canada is becoming. Because every individual wants to earn a living, wants to provide for their families, want to be men and women who are out there and working, do not want a UN that's putting the Muslims in charge, where they have atrocities against women, and they have atrocities on slavery, and they're putting them in charge of the environment, they're putting them in charge of women's leadership, and then they're making a big noise about Palestinians being killed. So who started that? I mean, to me, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous to see what Justin Trudeau and our government is doing. Because they're saying, oh, we're going to give it back to you. But give it back to us when? Next year, when we claim our taxes? And in the meantime, everybody's suffering. The tax will go up. So anything that gets transported to us over rail, over road, over sea, over air, all that's going to go up. The electricity will go up. The cost of manufacturing will go up. Our food will go up. Cost of food will go up. Cost of transportation will go up. Because they say that it's going to work out. But work out for who? For them and their families who are running the country? While they funnel all the money through Switzerland and Germany? I mean, it's ridiculous. And we have to decide that we are worth it. We are worth improving. We are worth taking up leadership courses, reading up, doing whatever we can. And we can pick one area to improve. We don't have to pick a whole range of things and focus on them. We can do something that's creative. So for me, I started knitting after a long time. I could make that it. I could say, okay, every day I'm going to spend 10 minutes knitting. And over time, you get better. But along the way, we do make mistakes, and we do know that as individuals. But if there's going to be this hard and fast policy that if you make this mistake and we warned you, we're telling you now, we're just going to let you go. I mean, you might as well just create robots and get the robots to do the work. And then when those systems fail, then you can blame the robot. It's like me with my visa. I had closed one of my cards. They didn't send the statement. The financial advisor told them to leave that on my profile so that I can see what payments I have to make. They called me yesterday and they said, no, we can't leave it on there. The card is closed. So how am I supposed to know what payments I'm supposed to make, when the due dates are, how much the amount is? I'm not an angel, or I'm not a spirit that I can see into the computer what it is that I'm supposed to pay. I mean, does anything that Visa and TD is doing today make sense? To me, it doesn't. It doesn't make sense. How do they want me to call them every month and find out how much I have to pay them? I mean, If you want the money, send me the statement every month. Do your share. I told him I'm out of work, I don't have a job. When I get paid, I'll make the payment. I'm sorry it's going to be late, but you didn't send me the statement. So, I mean, there's no accountability on their end. It's only on me. I must be the one accountable all the time. That's why the trust has broken down between individuals and our institutions, because they don't take any responsibility. People are tired of working overnight, midnight, wages not going up. Even the executive assistant roles we used to have, they used to be Monday to Friday from 9 to 5 or 8 to 4:30, and then you go home and that time is with your family. Even the secretaries that work in the church, they're telling me we're tired of it, we're not staying, because they expect you to be available 24 hours a day, even on your days off. They don't stop texting you, they don't stop contacting you. We're also human beings. We also want time for recreation, to go out, to travel. This life was not made just for you to pay bills and taxes and die. And I mean, if that's what they're going to allow, people going and bombing theaters and doing all this type of stuff, then what kind of world are we building? I watched that documentary yesterday about this Muslim girl. Her mother got married in Egypt in a miniskirt. And then they came, it shows she was talking about how they immigrated and they went to America and they were living this hippie lifestyle. Then her father died and her mother became a staunch Muslim. And how she forced her to marry somebody that was involved in ISIS or one of these extremist groups. And the guy used to abuse her and everything. And they're saying that these documentaries are coming out of Vancouver, they're coming out of the UK. People are tired of it. Women do not want our rights taken away. We want to be able to go for a walk without it being reported. We want to be able to go and have a meal in a restaurant with our friends. We want to be able to control our own money and to have our own money. And to be able to buy big houses if we want them. We don't want to be treated like we are somebody's property. And if you're going to put somebody in charge that treats women like their property and tell them that this is the line you have to walk, and if you don't walk it, then you can go to hell. What kind of society are we building? So that's why I take the opportunity. I'm grateful to Jo because she introduced me to these books. But I'm going to do it slowly and I'm going to build it up. It's not like I wasn't a speaker. I spoke for the Nelson Mandela Children's Fund. I've done speaking for the One Campaign. I've done speaking in my church. I have done speaking. And over time, I hope to do what other people are doing. Other people have huge halls of people that come. They pay them to come and learn the John Maxwell methodology and the teaching and how to do it and how to get it going in schools and in universities and different places. And that's what I also want to do. I want to have something that's my own, not be renting for the rest of my life. Even when I had to sell my property, it broke my heart because I knew how hard it would be. I only had $177,000 left to pay on that property. I'm paying more in rent now than I would have paid if I had been able to keep my mortgage. But that's the way the cookie crumbles. So anyway, I finished that chapter today. Tomorrow I'll do another chapter and then I'll post it. And I'm glad it's not just me that's speaking up against Justin Trudeau and against what they're doing with the taxes and against what they're doing with making life so difficult for everyone. The police shouldn't have to have a conference to go and find a car if the car is stolen and they know where it is and they can see it on the GPS. I mean, it's ridiculous. And people like me who are hardworking and honest, we get criticized because we speak like English teachers. I mean, if that's the extent of your criticism, that you can't find anything else to criticize me on, please give me a break. Because I work very, very hard and I go above and beyond, and people know it.